Hi, it's Chuck from Dig Garden Shop again, and I'm going to show you how to decorate with daffodils, or basically just arrange them into vases and different ideas and how to, so it's basic 101 decorating with flowers. So I'm going to just show you different methods of what I think look great, especially with daffodils. When they do come out this time of year, we're just so longing for some sort of a sign of spring. So I just think daffodils say it the best, and their fragrance is so great. And so my first method is by just taking individual pots and just having these. If you're doing an Easter table or a brunch and everything, I think they don't even need other greenery. You can bring the leaves of the daffodils in as well and put those into the arrangement. But right here at this point, I just think it's beautiful just to see them. And so the idea would be just having several of these on your table, just looking fresh and springy. Another method would be taking that same thing, taking a clump of daffodils, very similar, having them in a nosegay type of method, which is like clumping more together. You can just put them in and arrange them in your hand, I find is the easiest way, and just cut off the bottoms, rather than try to cut each flower. And then you just put them in, and they're great just in daffodils, as though you picked them from the yard. I'd like to say I live in New York, so I don't have the ability to just go outside and pick a bunch of daffodils. But this method is great. If you don't like the stem method, you just get a tinted glass, like this. And sometimes the cobalt blue is a really nice accent too. Another way of thinking about this is when I brought up this idea of the smaller vase. Getting them all to the same height, like this. Looking at our vase and cutting them at that length, so that they barely go to the rim of the glass, filling out a tighter bunch. And this is called a nosegay arrangement, where it's just a clump of flowers, which is also very beautiful. Another way, daffodils have a great sense of themselves by just using a frog. You can get frogs at several stores, or you can, find them in antique stores and everything. Just by putting one in water itself, daffodils take strong, because the stems are so strong. By just putting them in the frog, like that, you start to create a whole arrangement that will eventually, if we had the time I could show you, but then just cut these at different lengths, sticking them on your frog. And just this method. One thing I want to mention is that daffodils, they can last a long time in the house. They can last up to 2 weeks. If you get them, buy them at the store where they're closed up kind of tight like this. And if your party is tonight and you want them to open up fast, cut the tips of them and just put them into warm water. The warm water will absorb into the flowers and they'll be open for your party. If you want them to last longer, just put them in cold water, and they last that much longer, and they'll be ready for this Sunday for Easter. Whatever, do, if you want to change the water to even colder, that keeps them. And if you have the ability to put them outside until, in the glass until they stay cold, very much like a florist, but they will respond to the temperatures around the room temperature as well as to the temperature of the water. Thanks.